Would have thought the coconut fiber from the only coconut that is missing, MIA, MISSING, at anchored wrong 41 paces space between here and there. So I did tell the little Capricorn, CAP, is it CAP? RICORN, Zodiac, ZODIAC, pestilence, PESTULA, capitulate N, capitulate C, capitulate E, because he's like Alexander the Great. He's a Mira son. He's not a Tiafreo piece of shit. Anyway, and he's also cut off from the farm of anything related to debauchery. I was telling him in 2015 when he first entered preschool, I would hold his hand and every day we would sing and I would chime into his ear, we're late for a very important date. No time to say hello, goodbye, we're late. Did nobody in headgear, get that message? Because it was very specifically done with the child. I know I had area overhead phenomenon after that, and then it became like a head game, HEADGAME, with Tiafrio and Romer and Cataruza for some reason, and with the children as pawns. Hate to tell you, Romer, Tiafrio, and anything attached to that fucking sector vector of cut-off farm going retroactive. This was not the way this was supposed to go. The slice and dice machine, you can all die. Everybody involved in that. I keep the kids, you all die. It's the way it was supposed to be because this was never supposed to happen. This IVI didn't exist until Shauna wound up in my very real Miss Arvan's class in Lloyd Harbor Elementary. So everything from there forward and backwards can all be cut off and die by natural causes immediately because they are a threat to natural human health and services, which is what stems from and by me. So with that being said about the tiger striped Capricorn being an AT, I really want to rename him completely in SciStem because I fucking hate his name. It is such a vin in my ear, which is why I call him block him from record every time I speak to him because I don't want fucking head cases finding out about him. All right, the only head case is the GLDA, which is his mirror son image. Mine, father, we're the coconuts on the stoop. Alright, so, let's think about this. Okay, so, right, so, yeah, this is for not to upset the service members of veterans that still are deployable, worried about their own head cases from triangulate services elsewhere that stole one retina while the other one was watching because they wanted to see how the coding was different while stealing it off the rabbit antenna. I did send a coconut fiber on that one. I don't know what fucking takes you humans so fucking long to get anything right. Let's see. I've got... Right, so when we've got a fun aeroplane pilot, and he has some kind of, so I've seen on a movie called Top Gun, TOPGUN. Yay, good old boys in their planes. Right, yeah, okay, so he's got some kind of surface. It's like a program. It's a computer screen, like a video game, just as important. And they use the word bogey. It spells, as far as I'm concerned, boogie. Boogie. I mean, it's just as useful as you picking your fucking nose. You put on, according to the movie and the instruction manual, from my view, you put it on the target and you hit a button and boom, it does everything for you. Oh my god, that's so amazing! We have to have one! Why? You're not even allowed in the air. Why would you need to give the enemy planes? Why do they need services like this? Get back on the fucking ground and walk. That's what humans were made for. What makes you think you could fly a plane, first of all? I didn't give you uplift. I didn't say that the air was going to work for you to get you off the fucking ground, nor did I say that it was ever going to be guaranteed to hold any of you. Commercial pilots. And private leers. And then that goes for cargo and argo if it's not one of my Coast Guards that I approve, not the yellow Department of State bullshit. Yeah, it's gonna be a fucking scary day when I take the air and wind out of your sails. It's supposed to be any day that I'm fucking living, but clearly we have to go to outside of GLDA. It is a scary day for the service members that know what we're up to. Okay, so and so that is for the corporate prime ministers of royal and political circus, because I like to protect my service members more than I like to protect the shit show that believes and then locks up and jams my real fucking life, which makes it impossible for me, the most important person on the face of the planet with my husband, being Niklaus, that you're supposed to get right the first time. Right, you want me to protect you and give you assurances and not protect the service members. Yeah, okay. All of those can die immediately. And anything with a slant, fingers on keyboards, yeah, they don't belong touching boxed science at all. And just so you know, the science that created the heat-seeking missile is what they call it. Really? You mean the interdimensional being the H, the E, the science platform that is also introspective and extrinsic and intrinsic in value. The A is the framework that holds the two life forms that triangulate everything as opposed. I mean, you have to have one point of orientation. None of you exist in time and space. You're the hose people. You're the people that were hosed by your parents. You are the people in genetic hoses that nobody cares about in any space and time ever. You're in the framework that him and I are supposed to be protecting and in charge of. But if one of the hoses hose children gets to be more of a problem than the rest for the two of us getting together in real life and having a couple of children, you're all fucking useless. You're equally as useless, unless that you help him and I get together. So where did I miss you in Top Gun? Like, they fly planes, so what? They hit a button, so what? It's like video game animates for things that think that they're real. Yeah, you're like robots to me and him. And like, we fly around in gas and read shit that's like way more important than trying to decipher what the fuck you mean when you open your mouth. Yeah. So, why did you think you deserved something? Oh, I'm sorry, because the royal pieces of shit, whether they're in the military or not, they thought that because they were hosed by a couple of letters on their birth certificate in useless, that they were more important than other gunned, like, you realize how stupid you are when you're like, do you know what my father is? Let me guess. He's got a couple of letters on a piece of paper with some numbers that don't mean anything in actuality. Did I get it right? Because, okay, I don't need to know your name. It doesn't matter. It never did and it never will. It's a lotto game that other enemies and more sinister people are playing to see if they should take the wind out of your sails because they didn't like you that day, or you did something to one of their, do you know who my daddies are? Right, yeah, okay. So, where are you? And I fly a plane and I hit buttons and blow things up. Right, okay, I mean, I have a use for you, please don't get upset with me, but it's really more a point to the stupid assholes who are like, do you know who my daddy is? I hire you, I pay your salary. No, you don't. No. You don't even know how the world works, nor life on this planet, so don't open your mouth and embarrass yourself, stupid. Why don't you cross-reference all of those who ever said that in my lifetime and then go kill them all? Because that is a very real license to kill. Go ahead, go kill them.